He's big, he's red, he's got a shaved head. Yes, it's me, Joseph, your favourite presenter, and I'm back for another video. Clearly from a different location. I am in the Andaman Sea on a small island of less than 1,000 people, and it's low season, so there's almost nobody here, which makes this much easier to record. Although there are some boys playing football on the beach, it's low tide. I just want to know, is my content getting under your skin? I hope not, but my next story definitely will be. Well, if my content's not getting under your skin, then perhaps a new crypto wallet will be. A company called VivoKey Technologies is offering a very novel way to store your crypto funds in a subdermal wallet. Yes, that means under the skin. And this wallet has been developed and is ready to hit the market, and it will take a small injection that they will place directly under your skin. Does this sound appealing? Let's find out more. Yes, this biohacking technology uses a mixture of NFC and RFID technology to allow you to complete cryptocurrency transactions wherever it's injected into your skin. Of course, the bugs are bothering me. You know that by now. The bugs love me, and I hope you do too. And actually, I want to say a quick thank you. We've had a recent surge in subscribers, so like the bugs, you are joining us for these videos. Thank you. So what can I tell you about these subdermal implants? Well, they're about the size of a pill, a small pill. They hold your private keys. If you're a cryptocurrency user, you know what that means. You have private keys. The actual interface, of course, is through your mobile phone. It's just that the private keys are stored there to basically protect you. So if you have one of these subdermal chips, you will be able to sign off on transactions or log in and do things like that using your biometrics, I suppose. And the implant costs $349 US, or USDC or T stablecoin if you prefer to pay that way, which I believe you can, naturally. I want to know, would you get one? Would you be tempted? If you're an avid cryptocurrency user and make a lot of transactions, I think that's quite an interesting concept. In the past, I've seen people who have subdermal Oyster cards, allowing them to use the London Metro just using their skin. It certainly looks cool when they use it in the very moment, just putting a naked hand on the terminal to get through. Could it work for crypto? It remains to be seen. I think I would get one, but maybe the price point would have to be a bit lower. Let's move on. Our next story stays on the theme of strange ways to store your cryptocurrency, but this time it's not getting under your skin, it's going over it. It's a ring. Okay, so this $160 hardware wallet from Tangem looks like a pretty discreet black or kind of dark grey ring that you wear on your finger like a normal ring. Only the trained eye would know that this is a cryptocurrency wallet, so I think it's quite safe to use. You wouldn't really want to walk around saying, hey, I've got my crypto wallet here, because you never really know about people's intentions. Now, Tangem believe that by encouraging more people to wear and carry non-custodial wallets, they will actually increase the rate of adoption for cryptocurrency. And there may be some theory behind that, some good information that they have. Now, of course, you still need your phone to complete transactions. The ring, much like the subdermal implant in the last video, is more of your sign-on point, right? You just need that to help you get in and sign off on transactions. Isn't that right, little buddy? Bye-bye. Now, this isn't the first wearable of its kind. There are other wearable cryptocurrency wallets. In fact, Ledger has a pendant necklace. For me, I think that's kind of a bad idea, because anyone who could identify that that's a crypto wallet may try and do something about it. And of course, they could steal it, but they would still need you and your phone to put A and B together. So very serious criminals might do something much worse that puts your existence in danger to get a hold of your crypto, and advertising that with a necklace or a ring might not be the best idea. I certainly wouldn't do that. Now, for those of you watching, and I imagine it's many of you who don't have cryptocurrency, aren't interested in cryptocurrency, couldn't tell you what a blockchain is, thank you for watching through those first two stories and continuing with us. I appreciate you holding on. Now, this story is for you and how you traditionally store your money. Of course, banks. Oh, for those of you that said under your mattress, that's a bit risky these days too. So, yes, banks. What's happening with banks? In the US last year, 539 bank branches closed. That's a huge amount because not that long ago, more branches opened than closed. Now what we're seeing is a trend of major banks consolidating where they have multiple banks in the same city or same area. They are consolidating into one branch because there is a hugely reduced need for in-person banking services across every single generation, and that comes from market analyst research. It has been proven. On screen somewhere right here, you can see which banks reduced their branch numbers the most, which ones had the most closures. Bank of America, US Bank and Wells Fargo taking the lead there. So why is it that every generation doesn't want to go to the bank? Well, 78% of Americans surveyed actually said they really like using mobile applications and online banking, and that they didn't even go to their bank once in the last year. Now, there's another reason that banks are probably quite happy to close, and it's because the average branch in the US costs $2.6 million US per year just to run. That's like rent, wages, utilities, stuff like that. So my take on this story, from what I know from covering several banking stories over the past 6 months, banks are phasing out humans, and humans are phasing out banks. It is a symbiosis. Maybe one day there will be no branches, and if there are branches, they will be almost completely robot-driven. Perhaps that could be androids behind the counter, but much more likely it's entirely done on screens, and it's basically the same services you could access from your phone or online banking. So banks will basically make themselves redundant by putting all of their services in a digital format that you can access online, so you don't actually need to go into the bank. And if each generation needs physical banking less than the one before, when the boomers are gone, there might just not be any demand for branches anymore. If there are still branches and there are people working there, it's quite likely that they might just be the one to hand you a paper slip that tells you your order in the queue. It might tell you, you are number 7 to see a cashier. That cashier probably won't be human. You think I'm onto something? Is that an accurate version of banking future? I think it could be. May still need banking over the next 20 to 30 years is women. Of course, that's half the population. Why might women need banking more than men? Well, what are they calling this? The intragenerational wealth transfer. Yeah, so because women on average live longer than men, men generally give their wealth to their partner, their spouse, when they die. Later then goes down to the next generation. So wealth moves sideways and down, sideways and down. That's kind of how it goes. And this generation of what they call baby boomers are very wealthy, especially in the US. And women are set to benefit from that to the tune of $9 trillion, because there are 43 million people in the Americas over the age of 75 who have a combined wealth, according to this report, of $50 trillion. No small figure. Now, there's another interesting little nugget of information here that you can take away. Women now make up 11% of the world's millionaires, and that figure has doubled since 2016. Yes, in just 8 years, women have doubled their representation of global millionaires. Congrats, ladies. That is something to cheer about. Aging baby boomers, little tongue twister, as they, meet the fate that we're all destined for, they will pass their wealth on to the tune of 84 trillion over the next 20 to 30 years, and that will go to charities and family members, but in particularly female spouses, and younger generations will eventually get it. Some experts in the financial world are calling this the femininization of wealth. That's a feminization of wealth. I'll get it eventually, multiple takes, but feminization of wealth. What a wonderful term. Women's income is rising and fast, and that's a good thing for half of the world's population. And now women are not only becoming a larger representation of global millionaires, but of investors, of high net worth individuals, of success stories, and that's a great thing. So congrats, ladies, that is wonderful. Ladies watching this, thank you for tuning in and enjoy your newfound or upcoming wealth. Now let's move on to our final story. And on a lighter note, guys, I've covered Apple Vision Pro headsets multiple times on this channel because they are a fascinating evolution of technology. They represent futurism and innovation, and for me, I think they're really cool. I just think they're too expensive and probably weren't ready to hit the market, and they didn't offer a huge improvement over rivals like the Quest headsets, which are much cheaper and much more popular. But the good news is, for Apple, that market tracker Omdia forecasts that Apple will sell 350,000 Vision Pros this year, 750,000 next year, and 1.7 million in 2026. So forecasts are actually really good. Now, IDC, which is a tech market tracker, have actually reported that, surprisingly, despite kind of underperforming, a lot of people would say underperforming, they actually represent 50% of the dollar value of the headset market, despite much lower sales figures, and that's because their price point is much higher. What else can I tell you is, Apple have basically commented and saying that they believe the Apple Vision Pro headset is missing the killer app that will make it mainstream, make it so desirable that everyone has to have one. And actually, Google, Meta, Tencent, Amazon, and Netflix haven't yet brought their own software and apps to Apple Vision Pro. So perhaps it's just a case that they launched too quickly, it didn't have everything that it needed. That was a big bug. And I leave you with a question. Let you ponder this. What would the Apple Vision Pro headset need to have or do for you to go and spend $3,500 on it? Think about that before the next time you watch. That's all from me. Yes, the big sunburnt fella here on an island, Joseph, your presenter. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you so much. The channel's growing, and that's because of you. So if you're a new viewer, welcome. I appreciate you coming here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. This was Substream News. Ciao for now.